Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. In this video, we're going to talk about love and what love really is, and how understanding what love really is will show you what narcissism is by contrast. So we're going to jump right in. Now, usually when you hear people say, "What is love?" the old 80s song flashes back in their head, or they immediately start quoting, "Love is patient, love is kind, love doesn't boast," so forth and so on. And all of those things are very true. But if you follow this channel, you know how I feel about cliches. And unfortunately, and I know that that's in the Bible, but unfortunately, it's become a cliche in our culture, meaning that people can rattle it off the top of their heads. People recite it word for word, but I don't think they actually really know what it means anymore. I don't think they really have internalized the meaning of love is patient, love is kind, and all, and the whole entire phrase. So I'd like to offer up just a different definition of love and then contrast that to narcissism, so you'll see how and why this disorder is what it is, because it's the complete opposite of love. So here we go. When you love someone or you love something, you have a deep desire to provide for them or it. And I guess it would be a pet, even though to me a pet is a family member and a person, for the sake of this, we'll say it. Or whatever it is, though. It doesn't necessarily have to be a living being. You might love an object. You might love something material. Whatever it is, you want to provide for it. You want to make sure that they have everything that they need. You don't want to see them go without anything. You would never purposely deny them anything that you could give them, because you want to provide for them. You want to give them the things they need and quite a few of the things that they want. That's a desire in your heart when love is present, that desire for provision. When you love someone truly, you're always seeking their highest possible good. You're always thinking of how things will affect them, how that fits into the overall picture of their life, and you're always doing things and taking actions that lead toward their highest possible good. When you truly love someone, you could never fathom intentionally doing anything that would bring harm to them. You would never calculate anything that would bring harm to them. So when you love someone, you're very concerned with their highest possible good, not just their okay, not just their average, not just their so-so. When you love someone or something, you want their highest possible good, the best possible good that they could have. You hope that for them. There's no cap on it for you. You would never say, "Oh, I only hope they reach this certain level, but go no further." When you love someone, you want to see them reach their highest potential and their highest possible good. You want that for them deeply. You could never dream of wanting something opposite of that, okay? When you love someone, similar to highest possible good, you really like to see them happy. You enjoy it when you see them smiling, laughing, playing, healthy, running around, whatever it is. Seeing them happy brings you great pleasure when you truly love somebody. How that differs from highest possible good, when I think of highest possible good, I mean, the best living situation, the best educational situation, the best career situation, the best romantic situation, whatever that may be. Seeing them happy goes along with highest possible good, because if they're in their highest possible good, they're probably happy. But it is possible for someone to be in their highest possible good and not necessarily be happy. But you actually want both. You want their highest possible good, and you want to see them happy. Seeing them happy makes you happy. That's enough for you, honestly. When you truly love someone, their pleasure brings you pleasure. Okay? When you love someone, you feel compelled to give gifts, and this goes on both sides of the fence. When a woman really loves someone, she wants to give gifts. When a man really loves someone, He wants to give gifts. You like to give things to people that you love. You see things and you go, oh, that would be perfect for XYZ. You might even pick it up and you might even surprise them with it. Why? Because you like to see them happy, right? You don't feel stifled in any way in terms of gift giving. The only stifling you might feel is in terms of your financial ability. And that actually might make you sad. You might say, I wish I could do more. I wish I was capable of doing more. I wish I had the capacity to do more, and you can't. So if there's anything that cuts off the desire to give gifts, it might be your own financial ability, but that's it. There's nothing else internal, because to you, you can never be too good to the person or thing that you love, okay? When you truly love someone, it's continuous and ongoing. There are no breaks in it. And it makes me laugh because, like, I think about the love that I have for my pets. And, you know, I never, like, stopped loving them for a week or two. I never stopped loving them for 3 months. And then suddenly it was back on. Like, once I fell for them, that was a wrap. And, you know, even the pets that I've had in the past that have gone on, I still love them too. You know, I still have a love for them. There were never any breaks in the love stream. Once the stream started, that was it, and there was no going back. When you truly love someone or truly love something, the love never just fades away. It doesn't just vanish and then come back. And I'm sure that could be up for debate. People say that people fall in and out of love all the time in a marriage or what have you. But, you know, I'm going to push back a little bit and say when you truly love something, it's continuous. It's ongoing. There are no breaks in it. Okay? When you really love someone, you really want to work out and resolve issues. You're not comfortable with issues going unresolved. Your deepest desire, again, remember, is to see them happy. You want their highest possible good. So if there's a conflict, if there's something wrong, you deeply desire to fix it. You want to resolve the issues. You don't want them to fester because you care about that person deeply. You love them. And you don't want trouble or strife in the love relationship. So you work quickly to resolve issues. You don't avoid them. You lean in head first to try to work it out. Here's an interesting one. When you love someone, you teach them. And here's what I mean by that. If you know, no human being will perform perfectly at all times with all people. So if someone falls short with you who you love, you don't give them the silent treatment. You actually take the time to teach them how to treat you, and you hope that they would do the same for you, especially if you're getting to know each other, or, you know, you're kind of in 6 months in, a year in, you're in love, you're in a committed relationship. There's still going to be teachable moments. And when you truly love someone, you take the time to teach them. I've done videos on how people, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I get so excited, how people invalidate each other's food choices, right? So let's say your loved one doesn't eat healthy, but you do. You know, you love them, so you're not going to come down on them and criticize them and shame them and make them feel bad. If anything, you might just start showing them what you do, not forcing it on them, still allowing it to be their choice. But they might say, hey, well, you know, the reason I don't eat healthy is because I never really learned how to cook. You take the time to teach them. You don't judge them for their lack of skill. You share your skill with them. Love is sharing. So you share what you know with them to help make them better. Why? Because making them better leads them to their highest possible good, because you love them. Okay? And, oh my God, I can't read my own writing. Oh no! Oh, I can't read my own handwriting. Oh well. So I'll just kind of, hopefully it'll come to me. That is so sad that I can't read my own handwriting. I think I wrote disappointed versus vengeful. That kind of looks like what I wrote. Disappointed versus vengeful. Does that make sense to me? Disappointed versus vengeful. I think that's what I wrote. And if so, this is what I think I meant. And if not, y'all forgive me and just roll with me. So disappointed versus vengeful. I think what I meant by that was when your loved one hurts you in an accidental way, you're disappointed by it. You don't suddenly desire to seek revenge as a result of it. Does that make sense? So you're saddened by it. You're not enraged and suddenly calculating and vengeful. So on that note, let's kind of go through the list again from a narcissistic standpoint to contrast what love really is and the narcissist. So the first thing here is provision. So when you love someone, you want to provide. You want to make sure that they have what they need, that they're taken care of. Narcissists in general, their primary concern is themselves. So they want to make sure that they have what they need, that they're taken care of, that they're provided for. The problem is they don't ever reflect that back out. They don't reciprocate it back out because their primary concern is themselves. They want to make sure they're provided for over all others. So, and usually you're the one who's going to be doing that providing. Providing could be called supply, is another way to refer to it. All right. So the narcissist is making sure that they're well taken care of at the expense of all others. That's the key. Yes, we're supposed to take care of ourselves. We're not supposed to just not care about ourselves. We're supposed to take care of ourselves, but not at the expense of all others. Do you see the difference? Highest possible good. When you really love someone, you want their highest possible good. Remember that narcissists often are filled with envy, jealousy. They often see things in others that they don't have in themselves. And so that causes them to actually wish, they may not wish for your lowest possible bad, I guess, but they're certainly not wishing for your highest possible good. When you tell them good news, that doesn't actually make them happy. It actually really kind of upsets them. It really bothers them on a deep level unless they feel like they're better than you. Unless they feel like they're on a different playing field than you, then they'll probably look at your good news like, oh, well, isn't that cute? You know, it'll be kind of like from a condescending place, you know, but in general, it's more of an even playing field. And they're not hoping for your highest possible good. They're actually kind of hoping to see you stumble a little bit. They're kind of hoping to see you flail a little bit, okay? When you love someone, you love to see them happy. And again, kind of similar to highest possible good, the narcissist likes to see you frustrated. They like to see you filled with anxiety, confusion. They like to see you kind of spinning your wheels. That gives them pleasure to see you come off base and come out of character. That's what they want for you. So when they see you happy, it makes them upset because they want to be that kind of happy and they just can't generate it for themselves. And that will forever frustrate these people, okay? When you love someone, you're compelled to give them gifts. Now, narcissists can be gift givers. But the thing with a narcissist, usually when they're giving you a gift, something's attached to it. So narcissists have been known to give very, very nice gifts, very expensive gifts, but there's usually a heavy price tag that comes attached with that gift. So there's the difference, there's the contrast. When you truly love someone, it is continuous. Narcissists have a tendency to give a little love, take a little love back. Give a little love, take a little love back. Give a little love, take a little love back. And they play this game with you, and kind of like how a gambler gets addicted off of the occasional win, you get addicted off the occasional doses of love. And they keep toying with you in that way to keep you hooked in this cycle. When you really love someone or something, like those of you who listen and have pets, do you ever just stop loving your pet? Have you had a day where you just said, I'm really not feeling, I mean, when they misbehave, you're disappointed with them. But you never stop loving them. You just wish they'd behaved better, made a better choice. But have you ever stopped actually loving your pet? Has there been a break in action? Have you ever taken 3 months off from your cat or your dog? All right. When you really love someone, you want to resolve issues. I think I've done so many videos on how narcissists go to great lengths to avoid issues or avoid the resolution of issues. They don't seek truth. They don't seek clarity. They actually seek confusion. A lot of what they do is intentional and to create confusion. So the last thing they're going to do is sit down with you and work out some issues, okay? Especially because they cause all the issues. So why would they want to work out the things that they do? They manufactured it. When you really love someone, you teach them, okay? You guide them, you show them, you share your knowledge with them. A narcissist is going to do the opposite of all of those things. They're going to withhold knowledge. In a corporate environment or a business environment, they're going to watch you. They're going to give you just enough to just barely do your job. And then they're going to kind of watch you flail a little bit, knowing that they could help you. The narcissist, that is. Peer, boss, coworker, whatever. Knowing that they have the capacity to teach you and show you the ropes and share with you, and yet they choose to withhold their knowledge and watch you struggle in the role. Okay, that's just one example. Narcissists don't like to explain things fully, because explaining things fully would lead to clarity, and clarity is not the goal with these people. Okay? And finally, here with my bad handwriting, disappointed versus vengeful. So when you love someone and they disappoint you, and they hurt you accidentally, you're disappointed, you're saddened by it, but you don't suddenly want to seek out revenge on that person. You just don't. A narcissist, when you wound them and you hit them with a little narcissistic wound, suddenly their whole new mission in life is revenge upon you and how they're going to get you back for the perceived slight against them. So that is the difference. That is love, true love, and what that really means, contrasted with the behaviors of narcissists and what they do. And as I go through that list and went through that list, I hope that made sense, and I hope you're able to pull examples in your mind of the narcissists that you've encountered and the behaviors that they've exhibited that are the exact opposite of love. This is a short list. I love you guys' comments, and I would love for you guys to add to this list anything that you can think of that you feel I may have left out for the definition of true love. Just do me one favor, please. Please don't do the patient kind. Please don't put that one in there. We've got it. We've got love is patient, love is kind. We've got that one. I want new thought. I want original thoughts in the comment section for what true love is and what you've experienced to be the opposite of that. Okay? So I thank you all so much for listening. It's a late night video, but I am up. And be sure to check out the new blog, permissiontoexist.blogspot.com. I'll be doing a lot of writing there. And I thank you all so much for listening. As always, you are the best subscribers on YouTube, and I grant you the permission to exist. Have a good night. Bye-bye.